Let's start with Bill Cowher, guys. So he talked to Rich Cimini of ESPN about this report that Boomer Esiason threw out last week, that he'd be interested in the Jets job, that it's the best one out there if it becomes available. Bill Cowher told ESPN, quote, "I have no interest in coaching. I have too much respect for the coaching profession to talk about a job that isn't open. From that perspective, any job that is open, I have no interest in coaching."
Okay, let me handle this. Two approaches. First approach is what I think I know and what I'm hearing as well. Okay. And what I've seen. It's been a few years though, but I saw Bill Cowher personally in the role of television analyst when we did Thursday Night Football together. And I know he lives in New York, and I know he's still relatively new in his second marriage. And I know he loves the life that he has. And I know from what I've heard, his grandchildren are becoming of the age where they're going to be able to get around and know and, live life and travel once we're past this pandemic. And that he's left the coaching life. He's out. He wins every week when he's on CBS. There's a win every week on the board. And then whatever he's doing today, he's not worrying about what just happened and what's lower. Like the coaching life, he's out. So that's one way. And then I, reached out to Rich Cimini of ESPN, and because I told him that this sounded like a parsing of interest, and he said he's definitely out. He said twice, I insisted, I'm not interested in coaching. Now then, here's the other thing. I've seen personally all coaches when they're out, they can't get out of their system.
Right.
Coaches cannot get coaching out of their system. Just flat out can't get coaching out of their system. And they also do know as they go on in their careers that the highs of winning do not last nearly as long as they should. And the lows of losing last way much longer than is necessary. They know that, but they can't get out of their blood. Can't. And then I also know the way coaches talk. Put that quote back up, if you don't mind, on the screen. So he says, I have no interest in coaching, which, again, Rich Cimini said he said twice. Next sentence is absolutely a backpedal. I have too much respect for the coaching profession to talk about a job that isn't open. So what do you mean? So if you have no interest in coaching, what does that have to do with the respect of the profession? That makes no sense. If you're not interested in coaching, that makes no sense that you've now backpedaled. Then comes the last sentence, which is from that perspective, any job that is open, I have no interest in coaching. Meaning you have interest in coaching a job that is not open, but out of respect for the profession, you won't talk about it. Literally, like if you let him have one more sentence, it would be, I'm interested in coaching a team that rhymes with Mets or Wets. And then if you let him have one more sentence, he would say, bring on Trevor Lawrence, let's go.
I have no explanation for what happened.
Am I wrong? Like, again, if I'm viewing this like I would view anybody, just in a vacuum, a coach who's been out of it, I would say that's without question a parsing of interest in the New York Jets job.
So he's not going to talk about a job that isn't open. Jets job currently not actually
open.
available.
Right.
And from that perspective, any job that is open, so that's Texans, Lions, Falcons.
Uninterested.
Not interested in coaching. That's the way I kind of read it.
Well, but if you say I have no interest in coaching, that's the end of the subject. There's no reason to say out of respect for the profession, I won't talk about a job that isn't open. And from that perspective, I am not interested in any jobs that are not open. So what does that mean? Do you see what I'm saying? But I also know that he's out. So what does that mean? Like, if Woody Johnson says, hey, everybody, I am back from the UK. I am now no longer the ambassador of the UK. I am no longer making America great again in the United Kingdom. I am back, and I have converted all of my pounds, baby, pounds back into American dollars, and I'm willing to give 10 million of those, or 11 or 12 million of those. I'm ready to pay Bill Cowher as much as his current employer pays Romo. Let's just put it even that way.
Whoa.
Or I'm ready to get in that neighborhood.
Jeez.
Nice
neighborhood.
Scratch right
Very
there.
respectable neighborhood to use the
Rodgers
run
can't
phrase.
get in that neighborhood.
Does he say no?
Pay that man his money.
How fast can he say it?
After he
hasn't
says
coached since 06, by the way.
Yeah, Rich, let me ask you this. Now, like Chris just said, Coach Cowher, he's been out of the game 13, 14 seasons. Is that a guy you'd want on the Jets to lead the new regime?
Let me say this, and thank you for putting me on camera, Don. Let me look directly down the camera and say without stutter, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because the Jets need an absolute culture changer like Parcells. Just cleanse the palate, come in and say to the fan base, the owner who has been away and whose family has, just put it mildly, not delivered, they're now out of the picture because I've been hired, and you know I've been hired under the construct that it's my call. I'm Bill Cowher. I just left all of that. I'm back, baby, back. And guess what? Guess what I can do? I can set the culture, I can set the level of expectation, and I can bring somebody in who's top-notch because Trevor Lawrence is coming. And that's the reason why, again, I have been pounding the table for losing every last game, because if the Jets get the second or third overall pick, Bill Cowher is not leaving television, and whoever he would bring to coordinate for Trevor Lawrence would not be interested, with all due respect to Justin Fields or whoever the kid from BYU can be, or
Kyle Trask.
all of them. Name them all. They are not coming to work for the Johnson family in New York without this kid from Clemson being assured of also being there. That is the end of that. There is no reason for Bill Cowher to even twitch in the direction that'll makes Boomer Esiason talk about it on WFAN without Trevor Lawrence. Not even remotely close. The idea that he doesn't have to move out of New York and he's here in New York and whatever, that helps too, right? No. That's why they got to lose these next 3 games, get Trevor Lawrence in, and they'll all come. They'll all come. And if it's not Trevor Lawrence, no one's interested. No one. Certainly not of the caliber that the Jets could get with Trevor Lawrence. He's the answer. My God, he's the Messiah. And I don't want to sound like I'm in a cult, but I'm going to get that kid a gravy boat, and he's going to wear green, and we're going to go down the Canyon of Heroes together, and it's going to be amazing. Holding hands. Yes. I'll be on that float.
Settle down just a little bit.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.